All right, we are live. We are ready to go.
Yep.
What shall we talk about first? We do.
Let's talk about Impact, even though it was shitty.
Yeah, too much didn't happen last night.
Minus the 2 title changes.
Yeah.
Sienna is just a bitch.
Yeah.
And KM is just a dumbass. Her cousin KM is just a dumbass.
Yeah. I don't know where they're going with that stable, but
what's going to end up happening is they're going to put everybody with Laurel Van Ness. You can kind of see where they're going with it. It's not like but
Congo Kong is not good in the ring.
He's okay. I've seen him live. Last night he was working with somebody that was too small, that was too quick for him. I actually have seen Congo Kong live. He's decent in the ring. He actually has worked some matches for Ring of Honor. So I've seen him on there too. He's okay. He's just when he's working with somebody that moves too fast for him, the match doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Is it true that one of the LAX guys got hurt?
The woman did.
Oh, I thought it was one of the guys.
No, it was a woman that got injured in a match she had. So somewhere.
The match with ODB.
Oh, it's for some. I think it was down in Mexico. She wrestled some indie show or something.
Oh, the Crash promotion that Conan runs.
I think so.
Yeah, that's got to be what it is. Josh Matthews was bullshitting about his Twitter last night.
Yeah, he's. I can't stand him whatsoever.
I can't stand him either. Oh, and
I don't know why they brought him back. I don't know why they keep him on the announce table for.
Well, no, it's leading up to the thing with with Scott Steiner.
I know, but there's no. Well, they might add a stipulation to the match. They could do that.
I guess the Hardys tried to take Jeremy Borash away from TNA.
Yeah, Jeremy didn't want to go though.
It would have been cool to see him in WWE because WWE would have used him right. They would have had him on commentary right from the beginning.
Yeah, the Hardys wanted him to help them with the broken gimmick in WWE.
Well, yeah, and the thing is, WWE needs announcers bad.
Yeah.
At this point, they need announcers bad. They need to get rid of when Otunga comes back. I hope they keep Booker, even though Booker's not very good. He's at least more attentive than Otunga. Half the time it seemed like on SmackDown that they would cut his headset.
Yeah. Don't bring Otunga back. Just leave him.
Well,
leave Booker T.
Yeah, but what are they going to do now that Cody's not with the company anymore, and he's the Global Force? I
have no idea.
Next Gen champion.
I don't know if they're going to have him just be stripped of the title or.
Well, they got to strip the Singh brothers because the Singh brothers are still the tag team champs.
Seriously, they haven't took the titles off those guys yet?
No.
Wow.
I looked at the title reigns about 2 weeks ago. No, last week actually. I pulled them up to see.
How do you let your tag team champ? How do you let two guys keep your tag titles that are in WWE? How do you let them keep the tag titles this long?
Because they were supposed to do another TV taping and it never happened. Because they were taping the same place where Ring of Honor does their pay-per-views in Las Vegas. That's Sam's Town Live. That's where their tapings were.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's going to be a huge name change with Impact Wrestling.
I don't know. It depends which way they go with the merger.
I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to keep at least the GFW World Championship.
No, they're merging that title at
Universal. But they'll keep that title because it actually is technically a world championship. The TNA title is not technically a world championship. It's not
title for the title as
well, yeah, but what they'll do is they'll keep the GFW belt.
I think they'll get rid of it.
The GFW belt is actually considered a world championship. The TNA belt isn't. And that's the truth. According to PWI, they don't even the Impact Wrestling World title is not a world championship. It's just a heavyweight title. It's not considered a world heavyweight title.
They call the TNA title the world title.
Yeah, but it's not technically considered a world title. PWI downgraded it like 2 years ago.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, well, it kind of does.
Those guys, people don't take those guys seriously whatsoever.
PWI?
Yeah, people don't take them.
Actually, yes, they do because of their list.
People bash their guys' list all the time.
Well, okay, I can understand them bashing the list when there's somebody that doesn't deserve to be on there.
They're very WWE heavy.
Well, yeah, because the WWE and they're New Japan heavy too.
Yeah.
Because TNA don't matter to them.
Yeah.
And they're ROH heavy too.
TNA is not really a full-time company, but really
they're going to be though. Because they're going back out on the road in the summer.
We'll see how many dates.
When TNA used to do live events, their live events drew.
No, they didn't. They had bad.
Well, it depends on where they were.
They had bad attendance last time they did a live event.
The reason that they had bad attendance was because the company wasn't making any money. No, they weren't promoting the live events. They weren't even in the areas where the live events were. They weren't running advertising for the live events, so people didn't know that they were there. So it was Dixie Carter's fault, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I think with Jeff Jarrett in charge, they'll do a lot more promoting. They'll probably go to Canada a couple times a year. Just because that's where the Fight Network is. That's where Anthem is.
Yeah, wait and see. Wait and see how many dates they end up doing and see what the attendance is to see how long they keep them up.
Well, they'll do big in. They'll do huge in the UK if they go over there. Because when they were on in the UK, they actually did better ratings than WWE did. And that's a proven fact. Part of the reason WWE doesn't do good ratings in the UK is because they're on a pay station, and TNA was on a station that everybody got.
Yeah.
But now the fact is that they're on Spike in the UK. I think Spike is a pay station in the UK. I'm not totally sure on that.
Yeah, the first week they had 155,000 for viewership on Spike UK for their first week on there.
Yeah. Well, maybe yeah. It's probably if the viewership was that low, it's probably a pay station. And they're finally going to India.
Yeah, for like 2 days.
And they'll probably go to Japan at some point too. They're gonna have to at some point.
We will see. I don't know.
Well, because they're with no way in Japan, they're gonna have to go and do some house shows over there. Probably joint shows with kind of like what Ring of Honor is doing next weekend with the War of the Worlds with New Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they've already got talent over there to do like a Noah show.
Yeah, I don't understand why TNA isn't bringing people. Why Impact isn't bringing people over.
Maybe Noah doesn't want them to. I don't know.
Well, I know there's huge problems with the culture change with them bringing over the TNA talent, the Impact talent. So
guys over in Japan don't like to travel to the US. So
well, but the thing is, well, if it was Ring of Honor, I could understand it because they do get more exposure. Because not everybody has Pop TV.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird because it used to be the TV Guide Network.
Yeah, the question is where is it going to be on TV after this year? That's the question.
They'll probably stay with. Yeah, they'll probably try to sign with Pop again because, number one, that way Anthem doesn't have to pay to be on TV. Because if they go anywhere else, Anthem's going to have to pay.
Yeah. I'm sure they want to be on a bigger network, though.
Well, yeah, but the problem is, the only bigger network that probably would take them is Fox Sports.
Maybe.
Because Fox Sports is probably going to lose the UFC. And they aren't going to get WWE.
I think they'll end up staying with USA Net, NBC Universal.
Yeah, I do too. Unless before all this stuff with ESPN and them laying off all these people, there was talk about ESPN being in play. If ESPN was in play,
not now.
If ESPN was in play, the WWE would probably go to ESPN. Just because they'd be able to get more coverage and they'd be able to get a daily show on ESPN. I'm saying kind of like what they wanted to do with the network. They wanted to have that daily show, that daily SportsCenter show.
Yeah.
Which didn't end up working for more than one WrestleMania.
Yeah.
but I would think they try to get on Fox Sports because Fox Sports really, other than baseball and college football on Fox Sports 1 and Fox Sports 2, they really don't have anything.
Yeah, they have NASCAR on there too.
Well, yeah, but that's only 8 months out of the year, though.
Yeah.
Or 9 months out of the year, or something like that. So
I'm surprised they haven't gone after the NBA or the NHL yet.
ESPN has ultimate rights for the NBA.
Yeah, yes, they do.
And
NBA's on
and Turner,
yeah,
which is Spectrum, because it was owned by it was owned by Time Warner Cable, by Time Warner.
Yeah.
So, but actually no, because in 2000, I know this for a fact that in 2012, the production side and the cable side were separated.
Yeah.
They're two separate companies. Because NBC Universal is trying to buy the production end.
Yeah.
And it sounds like WGN is going to be owned by St. Clair too.
Yeah, there's been talks for a while about that.
It sounds like it's going to happen at some point this month. According to an article that I saw last week.
A lot of people are in the bidding for the WGN network, from what I read.
What?
A lot of people were trying to get that WGN networks.
Well, yeah, because Tribune is a piece of shit. But if WGN America, well, if Tribune is bought by Tribune Broadcasting, is bought by St. Clair, that could be a window for Ring of Honor to get on cable television.
Yeah, they could be on WGN.
But the thing is, they also own the tennis channel.
Yeah.
Which they were supposed to be rebranding it.
Yeah, they haven't done that yet.
Because it was supposed to become the what's their sports network called?
Oh shit.
American
something.
It's ASN. I know that.
Yeah.
Have we heard anything about the Esquire network being getting deleted because of the fact that Team American Ninja Warrior is now on USA?
Yes, it is.
And so is both of the Friday Night Tykes, the football show.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen with that network.
If something were to happen, I think the Esquire network needs to be canceled just because of the fact that they only have one new show.
Yeah.
And that's that car matchmaker, or whatever it's called.
Yeah. Spike TV here in the U.S. is supposed to be rebranded too.
What?
Spike TV here in the U.S. is supposed to be rebranded too.
What are they going to rebrand it to this time?
I don't know. I've never read something like that. It's going to be rebranded at some point.
I wonder if once it's rebranded, if they'll talk to Impact again.
I don't know.
Because as long as Vince Russo stays far away, And there is terrible friction between him and Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
That's why he hasn't been brought back in yet.
Spike TV is not as popular as it used to be here in the U.S. It's
because they don't have any. It's mainly a movie network now.
Yeah.
They only have like two big products.
They have Bellator.
They have Bellator, and then they have the two other big shows. The tattoo shows. The reality show for the tattoo artists, and then Tattoo Nightmares.
Yeah.
And then Bar Rescue. Which I used to like Bar Rescue. I used to. But I actually looked into it, and at least 90% of the bars that have been redone on that show have closed.
Yeah.
But I would love to see a wrestling product on there.
Yeah. Did you like Smackdown from this week?
SmackDown was better than Raw. Let's just say that. SmackDown was way better than Raw.
The Fashion Files.
Yes, I heard about that.
They were popping.
I have to go rewatch SmackDown just to see that because I missed that. I was doing other things.
It was pretty good. At least they're finally doing something with them.
Well, they have to. They're in a part where they have to do something with Breeze and Fandango.
Yeah.
And
then they faked the Becky Lynch heel turn.
I don't think they're ever going to turn her heel because who are they going to turn babyface when they turn her heel? Carmella?
Well, Charlotte right now is
but they'd have to. But the thing is, they'd have to turn somebody heel. No, they'd have to turn one of the baby faces heel in the women's division to even it out.
They don't even have enough women to freaking do the stable thing they're doing right now.
Yeah, I know, but
I really don't want to see a 6-women's tag match at freaking Backlash. I really don't want to see that match at Backlash.
I hate to say it. I originally had heard it was supposed to be a 6-pack challenge.
It's supposed to be a 6-women's tag match. Which I'd rather have a title match, not a 6-women's tag match.
Well, what they're going to do is they're probably going to push Natalya towards the title.
No, they're going to do Charlotte and Naomi again at some point after they get done with whatever.
I don't think they're going to go with that. I think they're going to change
the title on Charlotte sooner than later.
Well, yeah, but if they're going to keep Charlotte as a babyface, which at this point would probably be a good thing.
She has no top heels to feud with though. Once she's a babyface,
Natalya.
We've seen that so much already that
I know, but
see it again.
It's like Owens and Zayn.
They had like a 3-4 month feud last year. We don't really need that again. Wasn't very good the last time. I don't think
but it's the only thing they have unless they're gonna do a Carmella.
I think they'll do. I think they're gonna lead up to doing Charlotte versus Becky, but they're gonna be leading up to it at some point down the road by like SummerSlam.
Nah, SummerSlam's too quick. They might take that to WrestleMania.
Eventually you're gonna think they're gonna do Charlotte versus Becky.
Yeah.
Speaking of Charlotte,
the nude leaks.
Yeah.
Her nude leaks weren't half as bad as Victoria's.
Yeah, Victoria has like tons and tons of
photos. She had tons and tons of pictures, and the pictures were a lot more graphic.
Yeah. She likes to take she likes to take nude photos.
Yeah. I haven't seen the video, but I saw at least 90% of the pictures.
Now the rumored Becky and Charlotte video, which hasn't been leaked yet, is rumored. Also, Bayley being rumored to have her photos leaked too at some point.
I hate to say it. Who's ever doing this needs to stop.
I wonder if it's the same person that did the leaks a couple weeks ago.
Because the page leak was probably done by Brad Maddox.
I have no idea.
I got a gut feeling that's who did that one, just because, number one, Brad Maddox is still pissed at the company for the way they used him. But all the other leaks were part of that whole big thing in 2015. But they're just coming out now.
Yeah.
When iCloud was hacked.
Huh?
When iCloud was hacked.
Yeah.
The Maria pictures that I've seen aren't that bad.
Yeah.
I've seen worse. I've seen worse of. Do you remember the 15 woman battle royal at WrestleMania a couple years ago?
Yeah.
I guess Maurice broke Sonny's nose.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's what. Well, at least that's what Sonny's claiming.
You can't believe
I saw that last night, but I can't believe anything Sonny says.
Anything Sonny says. She claims she had sex with Dolph for 7 hours.
How could you have sex for 7 hours?
I have no idea.
Is she still on drugs?
She's in rehab, apparently.
No. She's been out of rehab for like 2 months. I know that for a fact because I remember her first post when she was out of rehab on Facebook. And she claims she never said she was going to sell her Hall of Fame ring. Bullshit. That's bullshit. Even I know that's bullshit because it came out of her mouth. It came directly out of her mouth that she wanted to sell that ring. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't get Sonny. I think she needs to be put in a psychiatric ward. We are not talking about the AJ thing.
What do you mean? AJ?
The AJ storyline with Dean Ambrose that was proposed.
So
I think it would have been stupid.
That would have been pretty entertaining.
It would have hinted even more that she had said that she truly did have psychiatric problems, which she does. I don't think it would have been a good storyline.
Or made her character even better and more real.
Well, once WWE started using it.
According to AJ, they never knew she had bipolar. She kept it a secret from them.
Well, they had to have known. I hate to say it. Maybe they did. Maybe they told her that they didn't know, but they had to have. WWE had to have because it would have came up in medicals.
Excuse me.
Her being bipolar would have came up in medicals, and she would have been on medication for it that WWE would have needed to know about.
True.
So I think she's bullshitting us on that one. That they didn't know about it because
I think a lot of people. I think Vince probably knew, but not a lot of people knew. I think probably Vince knew.
I think Vince, Triple H, Stephanie, I think they knew. I wish Caitlyn would come back. I really do. And she actually does want to come back. I don't think Kelly's coming back. Because we would have heard something by now if she would have signed a contract.
She's not coming back.
After that rumor of her coming back, she did interviews outside the company. So and normally WWE would not allow a contracted talent to go on. Maybe they have a deal with what's her name's podcast?
Garcia?
What's her? She does stuff every year around WrestleMania for the company. What's her name? She does the red carpet for the Hall of Fame.
Maria.
Yeah. I wonder if they have a deal with her podcast. Because I know for a fact they have a deal with Sam Roberts' podcast. And that's the only reason he's on WWE television.
He does like the pre-shows and
yeah. But I wouldn't mind having him on commentary. He knows what he's talking about.
He has a lot of other stuff going on, so he can't work there full time. So.
Oh yeah, but that was the whole thing with Morrow too. Because WWE actually wanted Morrow to do more. They wanted him to work pay-per-views.
Yes.
But because of his boxing and MMA stuff, he couldn't.
He was working pay-per-views.
Yeah, he was just doing the pre-show stuff though.
No, he did the
matches. He was not calling matches. It was
he did the SmackDown.
The matches on the pre-shows were called by JBL and Tom Phillips. Or Tom Phillips.
SmackDown. He called the SmackDown matches at SummerSlam.
Well, yeah.
He didn't know.
And he was calling the SmackDown pay-per-views.
He did. Yeah, he did Backlash and No Mercy.
But he's probably going to end up going back to New Japan.
Yeah, he has a lot going on, so who knows? He could go anywhere and do anything.
I would love to see him maybe in Ring of Honor. Maybe calling Ring of Honor, because that Ian Riccaboni is terrible.
Yeah.
I can live with Colt Cabana, even though his heel character is really bad. He is not a good heel.
He can be entertaining at times, but yeah.
Yeah, he is not a good heel. To actually put somebody in that pop that actually knows what they're doing in that. And anyway, if New Japan wanted him, since they're partners with Ring of Honor, they could use him. That's the reason that Kevin Kelly got the job calling pay-per-views. I don't know how Cyrus got his position. But I do every once in a while listen to the Killing the Town podcast with him and Lance Storm. It's okay. It's not the best podcast I've ever listened to. It isn't the worst.
Yeah.
I've listened to
Darwin Shane heel promo up from Raw.
I hate to say it, they're bitches. I hate to say it. They remind me of the women in TNA when Vince Russo was booking. And all the bitching and whining. Because that's what that promo was. It was bitching and whining.
They needed to be.
They need to fire Sheamus.
I prefer Sheamus as a heel over a babyface, and he's better at being a heel.
But the problem is that he has a history of injuring people. This isn't the first time he's hurt somebody. The whole thing from the pay-per-view when he knocked out Jeff Hardy's tooth.
That was just
yeah, he was.
Happened.
That was a legit kick to the face.
It was just part of the match.
He wasn't trying to pull back or anything. Because you didn't even see his foot go down to make the noise, to stop to make the noise. He legitimately went to kick Jeff Hardy's head off. I don't think he meant to knock out the tooth, but he legitimately went to knock Jeff Hardy's head off.
Yeah.
But that's not the first time he's done something like that.
Yeah, he works very stiff in the ring.
He's one of the stiffest workers in the company. Del Rio was a stiff worker too.
Yeah.
Well, but every once in a while, Del Rio had to be stiff, especially when he was working the original Sin Cara.
Yeah.
And the original Sin Cara is a bitch. That's all I can say. He broke his fingers and wanted to stop a match.
Yeah, I
freaking Triple H, who brought you into the damn company, finished a match with a torn quad.
Yeah.
John Cena's wrestled a match with a torn pec.
Yep.
And that ugly torn bicep.
Yeah.
So I just don't. I never really got the original Sin Cara character. I never really got it.
Yeah.
Because you want to know why they did the lighting? To cover up that Sin Cara was a bad American wrestler.
He didn't get the WWE style. He didn't pick it up very well.
Well, anybody that comes from Mexico has trouble with that. Unless they've been in the country for a while.
Yeah.
What? Like Rey Mysterio got the American style because he was in WCW.
Yeah.
And I hate to say it, I will never go back and watch the retro Raws from the Attitude Era.
Why?
Because they're terrible. I listened to the Brian and Vinny show, and on Tuesdays they review Retro Raw and Retro Nitro. It's terrible.
No, they're laughable. A lot of great.
They are laughable.
They had so many top stars back then. And...
Well, I hate to say it, Triple H wasn't a top star yet. There's only three things that saved those shows: DX, Stone Cold, and The Rock. Those are those guys that saved those shows because they had the freaking headbangers.
Yeah.
DOA. Ahmed Johnson. Mr. Injury Prone himself. Ahmed Johnson. But there was good stuff on those shows, but it was amongst a lot of shit.
The Attitude Era was the most popular time in wrestling.
Well, it was because WWE actually had competition at that time.
Yeah, they're going head to head with WCW, and
it may happen again. Corgan buying the NWA.
Yeah, I wonder why.
From everything that I've heard on that, is that he didn't buy any of the library.
He owns the name.
He owns the name. He owns the title.
Yeah.
Well, I think he owns all the titles, to be honest with you.
I don't know what he's gonna do with it. If he's gonna
TV.
start a whole new
TV.
Let's wait and see. It's interesting though.
TV. He's got all those connections in Hollywood. Corgan does. He could get them on TV. If they can get all the NWA guys in for a TV, all the good NWA guys that work for the NWA right now, if they can get all those guys in, they could do a really good show.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of good NWA talent in the South.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
They just gotta find a TV network.
Well, they might. Yeah. Well, they might end up on Destination America. That would be the best place for them.
I don't know if they want
to do wrestling again because of the bad.
Yeah.
Well, that was also TNA, and that was the bad taste in Destination America's mouth was because of Vince Russo. Vince Russo was the one who got TNA off of Destination America.
The problem with Destination America is not everybody gets that channel because it's in a premium package, so I just pay extra for the Destination America.
Oh, yeah,
so.
but at least it would, because Turner won't do wrestling in America. Who else would it be? Because I don't think he could get on Fox Sports. Because the problem with Fox Sports, especially Fox Sports 2, is that it's not everywhere. Fox Sports 2, if you have a cable package, it'll be on your package. But it's deep on your package.
Yeah.
But let's talk a little bit about the pay-per-view, but not talk about the House of Horrors match.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I thought Payback had some good matches on there.
Aries and Neville was awesome.
Yeah, Owens and Jericho was good.
Well, Owens and Jericho, every time they wrestle, is going to be good.
Joe and
Rollins was awesome.
Rollins was good. Hardy's and Cesaro and Sheamus was a good match.
It was decent. It wasn't as good as the ones that they've had on TV. The ones that they've had on TV were better. The singles matches were better than the tag match.
Alexa versus Bayley was good. It was okay.
It originally was supposed to be Bayley winning.
They changed like 4 different times.
Yeah, but going into Sunday morning, it was supposed to be Bayley winning. But WWE always fucks over the hometown talent.
Not always.
Pretty much always.
But Naomi won in her home.
Well, they were building up to that, though. They were building up to that. Because she was actually supposed to go in the champion, but she got hurt. Naomi was legitimately supposed to be the champion going in to WrestleMania because they wanted her to do all the TV shows and shit with the title. They wanted her to do advertising. They wanted to have somebody with the title that was in the hometown because they were going to end up having her lose the title before she got injured anyway. They were going to have her lose the title at WrestleMania. That's originally what they were going to do. But not if there's one person that deserved the "You Deserve It" chant, it was Naomi. Because Naomi had to go through a lot of shit. Cameron. Girl, bye.
Yeah.
Cameron was terrible. And anytime you come out and second anything that Ryback says, even though I do agree with them on gender being on steroids.
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm on the same page with Ryback on, is that gender is on steroids. And you can obviously tell because of all the veins popping out of his body.
He'd get popped on the drug test. How they do?
They don't test for steroids.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
They never get popped for steroids.
Everything.
Yeah, but they never pop for steroids. If they pop for anything, it'll be because you never hear any of the drug suspensions are either for the fake weed or other drugs, because the wellness policy is not about steroids. It was about keeping the wrestlers healthy and off drugs like painkillers and that kind of shit. Because that used to be a huge thing in the WWE locker room, was painkillers.
Start doing the women's tournament. They're going to start filming episodes of the women's tournament in July.
So it's not going to be the same time as the Cruiserweight Classic.
And the finals are going to be on August 29th.
Okay.
Yeah, PW Insider just posted the update. It's going to be a 32-woman.
How could they do that in over a month? A 32-person tournament would take about 2 months.
I have no idea.
So are they?
July and August. That's pretty good.
Well, yeah, but that's a little. Depending on when in July they start the tapings, they won't start showing the episodes probably till August anyway.
Yeah.
And they'll have we heard any names for the women's tournament?
The live finals are on August 29th. The live finals. It's gonna be a live network.
Women's talent in NXT bad.
Hopefully they'll sign.
The only halfway decent women's talent that they had in that battle royal, other than the 3 women that are supposed to be in the triple threat, was Rachel Ellering.
They had Candice in there too.
Candice LaRue?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, other than those 2, there really hasn't been any talent that I could see going after.
It looks like Asuka. It was like Ember Moon's out of that match at TakeOver Chicago.
She is. It's going to be a triple threat.
Yeah. It sucks for her. I feel bad for her.
I feel bad for her too, but it just
Asuka's gonna win now. Asuka's gonna win now.
I don't know, because no, I don't think they're gonna build to Ember Moon, because they don't know when Ember Moon is gonna be back.
Asuka and Ember Moon for Brooklyn for TakeOver.
Well, but there's only 2 months to Brooklyn. And you're not sure if Ember Moon's going to be back or not.
Yeah, it depends how bad her.
If she really fucked up her shoulder as bad as everybody thinks, she could be out for a while.
Yeah, I hope not.
I hope not too, but I hate to say it.
The division even worse.
What I've heard, the best thing on NXT was the Roddy Strong video package.
Yeah.
I do want to see that video package because I heard it was really good.
Oh yeah, those were amazing. Packages were great.
Yeah, you can kind of tell that the WWE machine is behind Roddy Strong.
Unfortunately, he doesn't win the number one contenders match. Unfortunately.
Well, yeah. Well, everybody knew that Hideo Itami was going to win that match because Hideo Itami is going to be the one that goes after the title in Chicago. Roddy Strong is probably going to go after it at TakeOver Brooklyn.
I imagine that'd be McIntyre at Brooklyn.
Well, they could do that, but they want to put that title on.
They're building up McIntyre too, so it's gonna.
Well, yeah,
could be
I wouldn't do McIntyre until TakeOver Boston. Where is Survivor Series this year?
Houston, Texas, I believe.
Okay, TakeOver Houston. No, wasn't last year Houston? No, last year was San Antonio.
Yeah. No, that was the Royal Rumble, San Antonio.
Oh yeah, it was TakeOver Toronto.
Yeah.
Because it was a huge surprise that we didn't see anything from Bret Hart that night.
Yeah.
Because it was the first time they had been in Canada since the Screwjob for a pay-per-view. Wow. They had not done a pay-per-view in Canada since the Screwjob.
No, they've had other pay-per-views there. It's just been a while.
No, they hadn't done any pay-per-views in Canada.
Engine Cena had one in Canada. They didn't have the title. His hometown, Cena won the title.
Oh, yeah. But they hadn't done a major pay-per-view in Canada since the Screwjob. But the one problem, where's the Rumble this year? Or where's the Rumble?
Philadelphia, I want to say, I think.
Oh, yeah, it's Philadelphia. And
again,
and Mania is in New Orleans.
The last time they were in Philadelphia, Ray won it last time they were there.
What?
Last time they were in Philadelphia, for the Rumble a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was his surprising Rumble win. Where everybody thought it was going to be Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. And the crowd turned, and they...
Well, the crowd turned on that whole show because it was booked poorly. And they will never get Roman Reigns over. Roman Reigns should have been the heel out of the Shield. Rollins should have been the babyface. And Dean should have been the in-between guy. The guy that could go either way. Because if you were going to build up somebody as a heel, if you were trying to build somebody into the biggest babyface in the company, you would always start him out as a heel. They didn't do that with The Rock, but they changed The Rock over very quickly.
Yeah, The Rock got over very quickly.
Well, after they changed him heel.
Yeah, he got over pretty quick.
Well, yeah, he got over quick because everybody hated the Rocky Maivia character.
Once they let The Rock do his thing, the crowd just...
Well, it helped that he had a foil like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
If he wouldn't have had Austin, that heel turn probably would have died.
Looks like for Extreme Rules they're going Joe, Rollins, Balor, Wyatt. Thank God, bringing Bray Wyatt. It's been Balor feud. That should be good.
I would have rather had Miz and Balor. Because I am sick of Bray Wyatt's character.
If WWE would push him right, he could be really, really good.
They're trying to make him into the next Taker, is what they're trying to do.
I know. We all know Balor's not going to lose this feud. We all know Balor's going to come out on top. Of the feud.
From what I've heard, though, is the reason that they're doing this feud is so that they can bring the demon out of Balor.
Yeah. They're going to do Lesnar versus Rollins, Lesnar versus Balor, Lesnar versus Strowman, and Lesnar versus Reigns, all in 2017.
Well, actually, 2018 for Reigns.
No, I heard they're doing Reigns and Lesnar this year. That's what I read.
Aren't they doing that for WrestleMania?
I don't. It could be a Reigns. It could be a rematch where Reigns goes into WrestleMania as champion.
No, they'd have Lesnar going as champ because they want to do another crowning. They want to do the third crowning at WrestleMania for Reigns.
Meltzer report that they're planning on doing those 4 matches this year.
Well, are they still planning on doing AJ and Nakamura at Mania?
Yeah.
Thank the Lord. That's a match I do want to see.
Me too. There's plans of doing Nakamura and Sami Zayn again too at some point.
Oh, it won't be as good as the TakeOver match, but still. That would be an awesome match. Anything to get him away from Ziggler.
Yeah. You need to drop the artist names. Drop the artist name. It's the stupidest name. Just call the
I understand what they're doing with that. They don't want to use the King of Strong style. They don't want to use that.
That's what got him over. That's it.
Well, no, what got him over is his ring work and
his personality and his and
the fact that he has more charisma in his little finger than Dolph Ziggler has in his whole body.
Yeah, he has to. And his entrance, people love his entrance. So,
well, yeah, they love Bobby Roode's entrance too.
Don't change him. Let him be Nakamura.
Well, no, they are going to let him be Nakamura. They needed to give him a thing to catch, because not everybody who watches the main roster product watches NXT. There are fans like us that are the hardcores that watch NXT and watch the main roster, but a lot of the main roster people, a lot of the people that watch the main roster shows do not watch NXT because they don't have the network, which means they don't watch the pay-per-views. They just watch the TV product. So a lot of people don't know who Nakamura actually is. There's 1.5 million of the 2 million that know who Nakamura is, or 1.8 million of the 2.5 to 3 million people that watch WWE TV that know who he is, and that's a small percentage. So I kind of get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I get what they're doing. I do think it's stupid, but I At least they aren't going with the artist formerly known as Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura. When I first heard the artist, I was thinking that they were going to go with the artist formerly known as Shinsuke Nakamura. That's where I thought they were going. But it doesn't bother me as much as it bothers other people. And I actually like what they're doing with Nakamura. It makes sense. Not having him on TV every week makes sense. But what are they going to do with the frickin' Drifter?
I don't know. He just keeps showing up. People playing. I don't know where they're going with it. I have no idea.
They still have to bring up more talent for the cruiserweight division. Do you think that's where they put Roddy Strong?
I think it's possible. Yeah, they could do that eventually down the road. Not anytime soon, though.
Hideo Itami has to be in the cruiserweight division.
That's one way they talked about going with him. I don't think anybody will be caught up until after Takeover Brooklyn, though.
Who is he going to face at Takeover Brooklyn? Roddy Strong?
They didn't call up anybody again until after Takeover Brooklyn, usually.
Well, yeah, but they're going to have to. They got to bring people up, though. Right now, especially for the cruiserweight division, there's only one top contender, and that's Austin Aries.
Well, they're kind of trying to build up T.J. Perkins too.
Well, yeah, and they're going to end up turning him babyface again. So why even turn him heel in the first place?
I think he'll stay heel for a while.
They're going to turn him babyface.
No,
because you can kind of tell that he's uncomfortable being the heel. And also, you can tell when he's in a promo with Neville that he doesn't know what he's supposed to do.
Excuse me.
They're going to end up turning him on Neville and turning him babyface again. Because the problem is they don't have enough babyfaces that are built up. That's why I don't understand why they put T.J. Perkins with Neville in the first place and turn him heel. Because the problem is they don't have enough built-up baby faces to go after Neville. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because why not put Noam Dar, even though people hate Dar? People hate Noam Dar big time. Why not build up freaking Gallagher? He's the most over guy in the division. He's the second most over guy in the division.
Why put Noam Dar and Alicia Fox back together for?
It makes sense because she was with Cedric, right?
Huh?
Alicia Fox Cedric, right?
Yeah, that's where she started, but now she's back with Noam Dar.
Well, that's where that was going. Yeah, that's where that was going anyway. And then
hopefully Cedric comes back soon.
What?
Hopefully Cedric comes back soon.
He's out for. He hurt his leg, right?
Yeah, it's been at least 4 or 5 months now.
No, it's only been like 3 or 4 weeks since he.
No, it's been months.
No, he went out the month before WrestleMania.
It was sooner than that.
No, because he was still on TV.
He hasn't been seen since what, January? I want to say.
Well, yeah, he hadn't been on TV, but he had. They didn't know the severity of the injury until right before WrestleMania. Because it wasn't announced that he was injured until right before WrestleMania. If I remember correctly, with the Cedric Alexander. Because he was still wrestling 6-man tags on Raw. up until right before WrestleMania, and that's when they announced the injury. At least on TV, that's when they announced the injury. Was like 2 weeks before Mania, if I remember correctly. They gotta bring in some.
Yep.
They gotta have a huge tryout soon. Not just to bring in female talent, but to bring in some male talent for the title division. Because they don't have anybody other than Roddy Strong and McIntyre.
Yeah.
Is it going to be another triple threat at Chicago for the tag titles?
For the tag titles?
Yeah.
Boy versus Author's Pain in a ladder match.
Okay. Because as of this week, Heavy Machinery is going to be the next contenders.
Yeah, they're building them up. You can tell they're building them up.
Those are going to be mean guy matches, and they're going to be awesome. AOP and they've already had matches, AOP and Heavy Machinery. And they were good matches. So it wouldn't surprise me if they have good matches again. But I just don't know what they're going to do with this cruiserweight division. The cruiserweight division should have been on SmackDown from the beginning. Because SmackDown would have at least given them time. On Raw, they're getting a little bit more time now. That 6-man tag on Raw was good.
Yes, it was.
And it helps that freaking Gallagher is so over.
Yes, it does.
I never thought Gallagher was going to get that over.
They're trying to do storylines with other cruiserweights, and that's good. They're trying to do other storylines with other cruiserweights, Brian Kendrick and Tozawa. So they're trying to do other stuff with the cruiserweight too. Division.
And is there 2 other UK guys that are in the cruiserweight division? Because I know they're going to be using Gallagher at the tapings for the UK TV show.
Yeah, they're using a few cruiserweights for that show.
Who?
Like a joint live events or something. Yeah.
No, it's TV tapings.
Wait for the UK show.
Yeah, for the UK show.
But they announced it as a joint UK cruiserweight event.
Well, yeah, but they are TV tapings. They're tapings for the network. Because I remember the whole thing with Paige's dad being pissed off. Because he was supposed to be running a show that weekend or something.
Yeah.
I wonder if Paige and Del Rio are going to break up.
Backstage at the Impact tape.
Why is she even backstage at Impact?
Because Del Rio's there.
Well, yeah, but Charlotte was never backstage at the Impact tapings when she was married to frickin' what's his face?
Bram.
Yeah, Bram. She was never backstage at the tapings. At least I never heard she was backstage at the tapings. Why is Paige, who's a WWE contracted person, even though I don't think they're ever going to use her on TV again because her contract runs out at the end of this season of Total Divas.
As long as Paige isn't shown on camera, then she's fine being there. As long as she's not shown on camera in any way, shape, or form, then she's okay in being there.
Yeah.
But I don't.
But and then we're getting closer and closer to the New Japan shows in California.
Yeah.
And end of June, right?
Did you see they? Yeah. Did you see they announced Okada? They announced the rematch with Kenny Omega and.
That's not going to be there. That is not going to be there. That's going to be at the Dominion show in early June.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Okada loses the title.
So you think you think Kenny's gonna win?
Yeah. I got this gut feeling Kenny Omega's gonna win. And then he loses it to Shibata. No, not Shibata. Shibata's done. He's retired.
Yeah.
No. Who's the other guy that never got a finish to the a feud with Okada? The guy he beat the title. The guy he got the title from.
Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember. Hold on. I'm looking it up. Because it's going to... I'll just look it up on my phone.
Valley almond butter biscuit sandwiches, made with a delicious layer of creamy and butter filling between two tasty repacked food things in here. So you have great.
Where do they go with Nakamura after Backlash?
They probably keep him with Ziggler for at least one more pay-per-view.
I could see them. I want to say Nakamura and Owens, but
no, I don't see them going that. I don't see him going for a title for a while yet. Because AJ ain't winning that U.S. title.
No, because he's gonna be putting the WWE title a picture after that.
Tanahashi.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, because Okada and Tanahashi got hurt last year before he was supposed to wrestle. Before they were supposed to have the first ladder match.
Yeah.
In New Japan. He loses to Tanahashi. Tanahashi loses it back to Okada, and then in Omega's last match in New Japan at
Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah, at Wrestle Kingdom, it'll be him versus Okada again, where Okada keeps the title.
Do you think New Japan needs some new fresh stars?
No, they've got enough talent as it is. Plus, they've got the dojo, where they're actually bringing new people through, and they're actually putting another dojo in. The reason they're doing these shows in California is because they're opening up the dojo again.
Yeah. Didn't they have one opened up in California years ago, but it closed down or something?
Yeah, it's the same one. They're opening up the same one because they're trying another expansion into the States. And the guy that runs New Japan is an idiot. Saying he wants to do an indie fed in the United States where it's just traveling around California.
Yeah.
That's stupid. That ain't going to work. Even Dave Meltzer said that ain't going to work.
I think they're just testing the waters to see how it goes.
Well, it would work if they just had the American guys over here. Then it would work.
Yeah.
But the reason it wouldn't work is because a lot of the foreign guys work other indie shows in the States, like Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. The Young Bucks work just about every PWG show.
Yeah. Did you see that Matt Hardy said he wanted the Young Bucks in WWE with him?
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of believe that, but I know that there's heat between the Young Bucks and some of the legends, especially Booker T. Booker T hates them. This goes back to when they had their short run as jobbers in WWE, and then they had that run in TNA when Booker was there.
Yeah. Did you see that John Cena's coming back for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
Yep. Do you think he goes after Rusev?
He's gonna be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So it's one I read.
I don't want him in that match. He's already won that.
I know. I think Corbin is probably gonna end up winning that. If they really want to push Corbin.
Yeah, but I don't think Corbin's ready for a title run though. He's got to win the U.S. title before.
Well, they're not going to go
with the Money in the Bank. Everybody that's won the Money in the Bank has either held the U.S. or the IC.
I can see AJ Styles in the Money in the Bank ladder match as well.
I would rather have AJ win it and turn AJ babyface. Finish the babyface turn
already.
Well, he's actually working babyface this match, but he's still technically a heel because everything he says in his promos is heel. And the fact that he came out and attacked Kevin Owens, that's not something a babyface does. All of his mannerisms are still heel. He's already kind of turned babyface with the crowd, but WWE is hesitant to turn a babyface because they see more money in him as a heel. Which, in the U.S., he never really made a good heel. The 2 times he was heel in TNA, he was terrible.
He's been a good heel in WWE.
He's been a decent heel. He's not been a great heel. He's not like a Randy Orton heel.
He's gotten a lot better on the mic and
yeah, but he still gets monotone every once in a while. Have you noticed that with AJ?
Every time he goes out there, they chant his name every time he goes out there.
But he's not monotone like Randy Orton. Oh God, Randy Orton's monotone.
Yeah.
My name is Randall Keith Orton.
Randy Orton's a better heel than a
Well, he always has been. But this babyface run he's actually been more heel in this babyface run than babyface. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
If AJ were to win the Money in the Bank, do you think he cashes it in the same night?
I don't know.
And they don't have or they have him cash it in closer to Rumble. Because if the storyline that I saw with him and Nakamura happens, which it looks like it's going to, going into Mania, if that does happen, AJ goes in the champ.
AJ will have to go in as a heel too.
No, they'd probably go babyface. But he'd work in that match, he'd work more heel.
Yeah.
Babyface. I wish. How much longer does Dolph Ziggler have on his contract?
I don't know. I don't know if he signed any kind of extension since then or not, so I don't know.
I know he signed an extension before his feud with The Miz last year. I know that.
Yeah.
But he's that he's at that I don't give a fuck mode. And you can tell. You can tell with Dolph Ziggler he's at that I don't give a fuck mode. I just want to be gone at this point.
I don't know.
I do have to say though, Dean Ambrose was entertaining this week.
Yeah, doing the backstage interviews.
Yeah, the carb thing with Balor. I wouldn't actually mind him and Balor feuding. I wouldn't mind that. I think it would be entertaining.
I think The Miz wins the IC title at Extreme Rules.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know what to do with the Ambrose after that.
Has Ambrose won every title in the company?
He's won the tag titles, the U.S. title, the IC title, the WWE title.
He's a Grand Slam champion then.
Yeah.
And Reigns won 2 legs of the Grand Slam. Rollins has won 3. No. Rollins is also a 2. Has won 2 legs of the Grand Slam. He's won the tag titles and the world.
Yeah.
Are they going to bring the Shield back together?
I don't know.
It seems like they're teasing that by having all 3 of them on the same show.
They're all pretty much baby faces. They're all pretty much baby faces. So.
Well, at the end of the run with the Shield the last time, they were all the team was babyface. If you remember.
Yeah. I gotta get going now.
All right. much because there's no food in the house. I don't like frozen pieces.